Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, to our FC26 Manchester City career mode. Kicking things off in today's episode with a game against Fulham away from home. We're going to split the month of December into two. We are trying to finish a month per episode, maybe a little bit more each time. Sometimes we go a few games ahead. This time we're going to go all the way into it with the month of December and play half of the games. I'll leave the next half of the episode after, because then it's the month of January where transfer business could be happening, as we do know. So we're going to go like this. So Fulham away to start the episode we'll play. We're going to simulate Sunderland at home, newly promoted side. I'm not interested to play them at the Stadium of Light, but at home, a different matter. We're then going to play Villarreal away. We're going to play Crystal Palace away. I'm going to finish the episode with that Carabao Cup action against Brighton. I think it is against Brighton, possibly a quarter-final in the Carabao Cup. That's a big game. Again, another chance for the younger players to get some action, which is good. And then the next episode, we'll finish the month of December and get into January. Maybe finish the next episode with a game against Chelsea at home. January transfer window then is upon us, and some massive games as well in January. Manchester United away, Sheffield Wednesday away in the Cup, Napoli at home, Monaco away. Really big games. An exciting season we have in store. This is going to be an exciting series, and we're not looking so good at the moment in the league table, which we'll have a look at, because there is a bit of a problem for Manchester City at the moment that we sit in 4th place in the league table. We are way behind Newcastle, it feels, at the moment. 6 points to be exact, after 13 Premier League games. Arsenal and Liverpool not so far off us. Arsenal 1 point off us. Liverpool a bit of a way off with 4 points, but I think us three are going to jump the 3 at the top. I do expect Newcastle, Everton and Forest to drop off. City, Arsenal and Liverpool to be the sides to finish above that. But I mean, Newcastle have only lost 2 games this season. Nottingham Forest haven't lost a single game this season. That's how good they have been. 6 draws and 7 wins under Ange Postecoglou. Things are looking competitive in the Premier League and in all competitions they play, and that is what I really like about this series at the moment. It does feel competitive, it doesn't feel too easy. Whether it turns that way, I'm not sure, but we aren't having, all our own way in any of the games. Speaking of not having it all our own way, that might be the case today in our opening game away to Fulham. This is the 11 that we go with. Now, we have to remember today, Jeremy Doku is tired, but we've got no Haaland Marmoush, who was injured in the last episode, only a 13-day facial injury, he'll be back. No Nathan Ake, no Kusanov, and no another player as well because of tired legs, Oscar Bob. These players are very tired, so I've not included them in the squad. The only player that's included that is a bit more stamina-wise, I've got a bit more fitness, is Jeremy Doku. So we start with Donnarumma in goal. It's Nunes, captain Diaz, Vardiol, and Nico Riley, City's back 4. Rodri, Reinders, and Phil Foden in the midfield 3. Savinho, Shaqiri, and Erling Haaland, the front 3. The bench, we've got Doku, Space, and Mukasa today. Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, Nico, Lewis, Ait-Nouri, John Stones, and James Trafford. Well, scored 2 in his last 2 games. Did Rodri, warming up there before the game. He is a key man in Manchester City's midfield. Back to his best, I feel he's getting there as the Ballon d'Or winning 91 rated midfielder that he is for Manchester City in this game and in real life as well. The guy is an absolute superstar. And to get him back to his best means that Manchester City can get back to their best. City take on a Spurs side, a Fulham side here. Taking a Fulham side here at Craven Cottage, which is interesting. You actually come out, sort of, the changing rooms are sort of in the car park, and you're walking from the car park to the ground. Marco Silva's an absolutely fantastic manager. He's been doing really good things at Fulham. He had a decent run at Everton, Hull City. He's been around a few times, but I think it's working really well for him at Fulham. They've invested a lot of money. The likes of Chukwueze has come in, Kevin the winger. There is Marco Silva, and in the snow as well for the first time in this series, as winter is coming. We are into December. Let's get things going. Doku can play either side, so I'm not worried about that either. As a ball goes in behind it towards Iwobi. He has a cross. He has lost Iwobi. What a chance this could be at the start of this one. Shot blocked by Vardiol into Donnarumma. Terrible pass to Rodri. It'll fall to Haaland because he fired it into him. Reinders, a City dominating the moment. Matheus Nunes. Reinders. Shaqiri. Nunes on the overlap here. Nears the front post. Haaland loves it at the near post, doesn't he? And a save by Bernd Leno. And a race with him, he's beat him. Chukwueze, brilliant from the winger. Matheus Nunes across, he's beat him as well. Chukwueze, what a run this is. Inside O'Reilly into the hands of Donnarumma. Matheus Nunes there. Joshko Vardiol, too easy, Reinders. Smith Rowe still, Chukwueze, who's looked the most dangerous of the Fulham players. Given away to Phil Foden though by Fulham. Foden, great skill by Foden. And wide to Shaqiri. And a first-time ball in behind to Erling Haaland here. And Haaland is there, and he's not going to miss 1-0 City. What a ball by Shaqiri. And a fantastic finish from Erling Haaland. 10 goals now in 14 appearances for Manchester City this season. And Haaland gives City the lead. Foden keeps the ball so well there. Then into Shirky. Doesn't dawdle on the ball, doesn't take his time. He plays that ball first time in behind to Erling Haaland, who gets on the end of it. With his weaker right foot, puts it past Burtley onto the back of the net. 1-0 Manchester City. Brilliant from Reinders. Brilliant from Reinders there. Shirky wide. Nunes. Reinders in behind here. Reigns towards Erling Haaland. Saved by Leno. Onto the post and somehow keeps it out. Wow. In Marco Silva's side. If he brings Kevin on the other side, I'll be even more worried because he's dangerous as well. Riley heads that one away. Chukwueze is there. Smith Rowe. Rodri cuts it out. O'Reilly away. Savinho gives it away. Chukwueze. So that weaker, stronger left foot. What a goal. Savinho gives it away. And Fulham punishes. What a finish. No clean sheet for Donnarumma. That's way too easy. Oh, look at that for a finish by Chukwueze there. Pings it in the top corner. Pure class. Been the best player for Fulham. Away from Mike Nuri. Here is Lukic. Reinders, what a tackle. Haaland. Shirky. Reinders, Haaland. Away. Erling Haaland, saved by Leno. Wet on the left foot. Fantastic skill, Reinders. Haaland. Rodri. Foden. Doku in behind here. It's Jeremy Doku! It's Jeremy Doku for Manchester City. 2-1. And we are in front. His second goal of the season only. Really? The guy's been great. Maybe not good enough, but there we are. Foden finds Doku off this left-hand side, off the bench to make an immediate impact. And he places that one in the top corner. What a finish by Doku. 2-1 Manchester City in front. And a fantastic finish from Jeremy Doku. Still gets it wide to Doku. Aitnuri. Doku. On to Ryan Aitnuri. Keeps going here. Aitnuri. Doku. Doku inside. Doku into the legs of Issa Diop. Things running behind towards Ryan Shirky. The referee blows a full-time whistle. We kick things off with a 2-1 win with 3 points, which all it would take. But there is something lacking in the City side at the moment. I do feel we are lacking something. I'm not sure what. That sort of cohesiveness, that togetherness in the play isn't quite always there. We have received ahead of the January transfer window an offer for Calvin Phillips. €7.5 million from Lazio for him to move to Italy. I mean, it's a big loss, and the £43 million City paid for him, €50 million pretty much. But we'll take it. We'll put that money in our transfer kit, and it moves in a player whose wages are taking up space in the wage bill as well. The league table is looking much the same. However, Everton have dropped down into 4th now, level on points on 28, Liverpool on 22, Arsenal on 24, and it is Newcastle United and Forest on 30 and 34 league and league table. We play Sunderland next in a game which will be a simulation at home. Well, being that it is Sunderland at home, we do make some changes in that starting 11. Donnarumma starts in goal, Kusanov, Stones, Diaz and O'Reilly City's back 4. Captain Bernardo alongside Foden and Nico in the midfield 3. It's then Haaland, Savinho and Oscar Bob, City's front 3. An expected win at home for Manchester City, but certainly not an easy one. A clean sheet comes, and a 53rd minute goal from Jeremy Doku comes on off the bench for Oscar Bob, gets us the winner. That seemed like a hard-fought game. They only had 2 shots, 1 target. City 8 shots, 7. 8 shots, 7 chances, 7 on target, you could say. But we couldn't get the ball in the back of the net, and it took Doku to do that. At least we came away with all 3 points. And some good news for Haaland Marmoush. He is back from injury, and he's back ready to be in this City side. Well, despite a little bit of a wobble against Dortmund at home in the Champions League, we still sit in the automatic qualification places after so many games. 13 points are on. Only Napoli and Atalanta ahead of us. Juventus in 4th, Barca 5th, Real Madrid in there as well in 6th. Athletic Club in 8th. Dortmund play them next. They've got Bayern fighting and trying to get into that area as well. We want to qualify automatically. I think a win against Villarreal today will probably qualify automatically with the 2 games remaining. Well, pre-match press conference with Pep Guardiola. A lot of teams, similar style to yours, relying on a true sweeper keeper. Does he deliver that consistently? Well, he does. He's not really a sweeper keeper, Donnarumma. He just does his job as a goalkeeper. He's not being used assault and the ball. The aim to expose the opponents by using the advantage of wide areas. That is what we expect from Villarreal. They're going to put Cross into the box. I assume that means Donnarumma will be there to stop them. And the final question about Kusanov, playing as a false back. Well, he plays as a fullback, a defensive fullback. It works pretty well. Whether he starts there, I'm not sure. But we'll encourage him. We'll keep him happy. We are struggling a little bit with fitness today, so we have to change the team up for that. We've got no Marmoush, who's back in training but isn't ready to play today. Despite him actually asking to play, he's not available at all. We've got a very tired Kusanov, a very tired Ruben Diaz, a very tired Oscar and a very tired Jeremy Doku, who all 5 miss out. John Stones is tired, but he does actually start today. He's a little bit happy, I think, with his game time. So he starts in there with Nunes, Vardy, Light, Nuri, the back 4. The usual midfield 3 of Reinders, Rodri and Foden. And then a front 3 of Captain Bernardo on the right, Savinho on the left and Haaland in the middle. It does feel at times we are lacking maybe another forward player, but Marmoush back, that might change things. On the bench we've got Ake, Mfuni is on the bench today, O'Reilly, Lewis, Nico, Kovacic, Ryan Shirky, and also Divine Mukasa as attacking options. So Estadio de la Ceramica today, Manchester City arrived taking on the Yellow Submarine. Managed by Marcelino, who is a very, very shrewd tactician, plays a very certain style of play, defensive football, aggressive in his style. They've lost some key players this summer. I mean, Alex Baena leaving was a big, big loss for them. I mean, a top player, probably one of the best creators in Europe, alongside the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Ryan Shirky, and so on. So to lose him was massive. They brought in Alberto Mayero, who from Las Palmas can be the real big improvement for them. He's a sort of replacement. Still captained by Danny Parejo. I'm interested to see how they do line up. They are in 15th place, so they're fighting towards the automatic qualification. It looks a little bit too far away from them. They've got some really good key players in there. I mean, someone like Ayoze Perez, who played at Newcastle, was fantastic there. He's found his feet again there. Rafael Vega signed from Chelsea. We'll see how they do line up, but there's some very well-known players in this Villarreal side. Certainly won't be just an easy game for Manchester City. So here is our Villarreal lineup today in I think it will be a 4-2-3 on a 4-4-2. It is a 4-4-2, so it is Junior in goal, Vega, Costa, Foyt and Cardona the back 4, Gay, Captain Parejo, Pepe, Nicolas Pepe in there, of course, the former Arsenal man, Ayoze Perez, partners Gerard Moreno up top, and it is Milero on that left-hand side. It's a strong side in the bold yellow here at the Ceramica. This is a good game. This is going to be an exciting game. I've got the bright yellow one as well, but I'm not supporting the opposition side. He's really turned his career around at Villarreal. He's turned into a really top player. As Haaland goes and nicks that back, and here's Savinho for City. And Savinho into Haaland. There could be trouble early on here. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland off the post. Outside of the boot strike from Haaland. And he clips the post. And Aino. City yet to get in the ball here. The opening 10 minutes, but we've pressed high and Haaland's at the post. And Aino. Parejo. Chance here. Ayoze Perez away from Vardy. Oh, Mateus Nunes in a massive challenge. There's a foul and then a 3-kick opportunity for Perez here. Parejo it is. Over the wall! Off the line by Joško Vardiol. Rodri chases. The Spaniard against fellow Spaniard. Milero. Vardiol covers as well. Very well. Across the box to Moreno here. Great challenge by John Stones. Away from Reinders, who stays with him. Does really well there to Johnny Reinders. Really good play by him. Thrown in. Ayoze Perez on the turn here. Oh, he's done John Stones. Perez. Vardiol dives in. What a block. And behind for a corner. We've had more possession, but neither side yet to test the goalkeeper. I would say on the ball is where our issues lie here. Free header into the side netting by Costa. I've got to come out with Donnarumma there, I think. That's where the move ends, isn't it? At this man's feet. Ait Nuri. Rodri. Reinders. Bernardo. Lifts one in. Rodri down. It's Haaland! It's 1-0 Manchester City. Well, it's a well-worked goal in the end by us. It doesn't quite come in real Manchester City fashion, does it? 6 appearances, 6 goals in the UEFA Champions League for Erling Haaland. A ball lifted in towards Rodri, who nods it down to Erling Haaland. One touch, and he's calm. And then the finish is really impressive. Into the roof of the net, into the top corner. Really good header down by Rodri. Foden. Ait Nuri into Savinho. Poor pass from the fullback. It's Pepe. Ait Nuri can't win it back, but they give it away to Erling Haaland. A big mistake here. And Erling Haaland saving the keeper. Bernardo Silva the rebound. What a save by Luis Junior, the goalkeeper. He just chases, beaten. Parejo in behind here. Nunes going to cover that wide area again. Skipped inside here. They've gone for a big shot. Donnarumma has to tip it over the bar. Interesting attempt. Oh, good tackle by Kovacic. Savinho. Haaland. Bernardo. Wide to Savinho. Can he make a difference here, the Brazilian Savinho? Nice left-hand side. Savinho. Puts inside. Savinho. Savinho! Blocked away into the hands of the goalkeeper. That's the full-time whistle. Got a clean sheet for City, which is unlikely for us really at the moment to keep clean sheets. It does feel like we're in a drop of form. We're in a bit of a dip of form. And we're purely playing for results. We're grinding out results. Maybe at this stage of the season, December time, is when you do that. But I would like to hit form going into the new year. Well, show-stopping performance, says the reporter from Matheus Nunes at right back today. Yes, he was great. Celebrate him again. And I have to say, Nunes is putting in some great performance at fullback for Manchester City. He's actually looking like the player City signed. Not maybe in the midfield where he's expected to be, but at right back he's been fantastic and he's done it again today. Well, we did receive an offer, of course, as we confirmed, for Calvin Phillips of €7.5 million. He has rejected the move to Lazio. This man cannot be got rid of. When we did say Everton and Forest would start to drop off at the top of that table, we were proven right because they have started to drop off now. We find ourselves up into second position, 7 points off league leaders Arsenal. Liverpool and Arsenal still sort of making their way a little bit further up, but Newcastle United are the league leaders, of course. I don't know if we're going to catch them, but I think 7 points is certainly something we can make back. Liverpool and Arsenal, I don't know what's going on between those two. But I'm sure they will start to pick up in their performances surely in the start of the new year when people start to hit form. And they surprisingly, I mean, they're more than 10 points off the top, Liverpool. And Arsenal 10 points off the top as well. But they're not that far behind us, really. We lost to Liverpool 3-0. It felt like the most unstoppable side we've played. They're all the way down 6. It doesn't make sense. We worked down their table. United down 7th, Villa then Chelsea. All the way down. Spurs in 13th. Thomas Frank not having a great season. It's West Ham at the bottom. Leeds United and Burnley there as well. Wolves, Brentford maybe in a battle for the relegation. But it looks like it will be Wolves, Burnley, Leeds and West Ham could be going down here. Both not in a great season. It's time to pick things up now. Our next test is a bit difficult one. Mid-table side and 21 points. It's away to Selhurst Park to face Crystal Palace. Ole Glasner loves to play this 5-2-3 formation that's worked so well for them. You look at that bench, you see options, you see quality. Kamada, Sosa, Eze. They've also got Uche as well, who's a striker coming from Atafe this summer. Yeremy Pino, fantastic for Villarreal. And they've got them key starting players as well. They managed to keep Mateta at the club. Adam Wharton surely doesn't stay long. They've probably got the best wing back in world football, at least in the Premier League, and Daniel Munoz at right back, and or right wing back. And they also have Maxence Lacroix. They've kept Goyi, the captain, Marc Gueye as well. And also, Henderson's been a great goalkeeper for them. The form's a little bit all over the place in Ole Glasner at the moment. 1-2, drawn 2 and lost 1 of the last 5. But I think we've got a big test away at Selhurst Park, and the atmosphere there is always rocking. This is a sign for Crystal Palace today. No John Stones, no Rico Lewis, no Mateo Kovacic miss out on the squad. Stones a little bit tired, that's why he's not in there. We go with Erling Haaland up top, with Marmoush off the right and Doku off the left. And they're going to play very much as inside players, interiors alongside Erling Haaland. Foden, Rodri and the Rangers in that midfield 3. And then it's Ait Nuri and Nunes in the wing-back areas or full-back areas, with Vardiel partnering Abubakar Kusanov. I think for the first time this season, Kusanov plays at centre-back. Ake, Diaz, O'Reilly, Nico, Trafford of course, Bernal Silva, Shirky, Bob and Savinho on the bench. And it's going to look a bit like this in possession. It's like a bit of a 2-5-3. And hopefully, we see Rodri really hold the middle of that, play the ball around. Those interiors of Doku and Marmoush be nice and close to Haaland, get some goals to himself. I think that's going to cause problems for that Palace back 3 at 5. So Manchester City versus Crystal Palace today. This is a big game against the side that actually, under Ole Glasner, went with an 18-game undefeated streak. I think it was ruined by a side unexpectedly, but they've got good players in there. They kept Marc Gueye over the summer, didn't they? He was a real good addition to keep in the side. We know the quality of this Crystal Palace team. Adam Wharton in that midfield, what he has. Jean-Philippe Mateta up top. We need to be very careful that we don't get caught out by this Palace side because it is possible to do so. They play well on the counter. They're good in the ball, and those wing-backs do find space very, very interestingly. Let's see how Crystal Palace do line up under Ole Glasner against Manchester City today. So this is the Palace lineup then. They start in a 5-2-3 formation as we expect. It is Dean Henderson in goal, back 5 of Lacroix, Munoz, Gueye, Chris Richards and Mitchell. Kamada and Wharton in there as well. And it's Eze, Mateta and Pino, the front 3. Marmoush, well, there is Nunes, should be in the wide area, giving us the width, but he's not. Doku inside. Rangers. Out of the volley here, down the middle towards Henderson. Mitchell brings it forward here. Marmoush sort of showing him inside. He's took it, and Marmoush does really well there. Credit to Marmoush. And City have it back. Rodri. Rangers. Oh, Marmoush in behind here. Marmoush and a strike! Hits it hard and true. Wide the post. Could have gone into Haaland there. Maybe. Just not got it going quite yet. We know what we want to do. We want to find Marmoush in behind. We want Rangers to be the man to find him. There we go, but we don't quite work out again. Foden. Rangers is in. Tajani Rangers! Back in the side. And back scoring again. An assist for Phil Foden, a goal for Tajani Rangers. He's third in the City colours so far. A little 1-2 there with Phil Foden, worked through the middle. Well, they're so worried about Haaland, Marmoush and Doku in tight areas. They're not sure what to do. And that gives Rangers the chance to just run through that back five so easily. Here. Little 1-2 away from Mark Gate. And he lifts it into the top corner. He is a very silky, elegant footballer. The way I would describe him, he's technically so efficient. And he efficiently puts it in the back of the net for Manchester City. Foden. In behind Manoy for Doku. Doku here. Doku still. Jeremy Doku! And a big save by Henderson and cleared away. Foden. Doku. Back through to Phil Foden! Saved by the keeper behind for a corner. Pino here. Tries to flick it past Nunez and he's done so well there. Foden. Haaland. Marmoush. Onto Rangers in the middle again. What a goal by City, 2-0. Rangers makes it 2. And that is brilliant by Omar Marmoush there. Managed to flick it with the head just like that. And it bobbles through for Rangers to double it before half time. Credit to Tajani Rangers and Omar Marmoush as well on that right hand side. This here flicks it up, heads it into Rangers. First time finish through the leg of Maxence Lacroix EA. Let's ignore that. But a fantastic finish. Lacroix can't stop him. Rangers finds the bottom corner. He's back in the side and backfiring again. And it's 2-0 Manchester City on the stroke of half time. Rodri. Rangers. Foden. Doku's in behind here. Jeremy Doku makes it 3. It's so easy when you do that. And Jeremy Doku's scoring as well now. He's 4th this season. The only person that I don't think is scoring enough goals at the moment, who should be scoring more goals, is Omar Marmoush. If we get him scoring goals as well, the opposition are in big trouble. And maybe Doku, Marmoush, Haaland front three is the way to go. Foden finds Doku. He's in behind here. Marmoush makes a run. Haaland makes a run. Doesn't matter because Jeremy Doku's confident enough. He finishes that off. And that's 3-0 Manchester City at Selhurst Park. We are running riot here at this moment in time. He's drawing the right. Haaland. Marmoush is in. Omar Marmoush makes it 4. What a goal. This is possibly our starting 11 at the moment. I think maybe it has to be. Marmoush playing very tight inside on the right. Nunez overlapping on the right hand side as well. That means Kusanov has to play as a centre-back. And then Stones and him and Diaz are fighting on that side. Brilliant from Marmoush. Left to right foot doesn't matter to Omar Marmoush. He is the quality. I think that's why he can play off the right. Him and Doku could actually swap on sides, depending on the opposition as well. Rodri just couldn't take it off him. Mark Gate. Haaland nicks it. Rangers. On to Haaland. Trouble for the opposition. Haaland. Back to Marmoush. Oh! So unselfish, went to Marmoush for the goal. And he puts it wide of the post. So Roman Eze comes off here. As does Rangers for City. Here's Wharton. Mitchell. Oh, gets away from Nunez this time. With a chance of Wharton in towards Mateta. And the ball in behind to Pino. And he's onside. Jeremy Pino! Blocked by Donnarumma. Mateta. Spinning the box is a striker. O'Reilly gets away as Phil Foden. City counter. Foden for City. Foden. Marmoush onside. Marmoush onside. Marmoush offside. And that is going to be full time. A nice 4-0 win over Crystal Palace to Manchester City. A really strong performance from the side. A dominating performance. Rangers back in the middle makes a big difference. And City seems to be flying high again. That tactic worked really well with our wingers playing very far inside. Well, lots of talk about Phil Foden in the press conference. 22 dribbles completed by him today. Another fantastic Phil Foden performance, who is one of the first names on the team sheet in that midfield. He's shone today. His passes slice through the opposition. He's just a world-class player. And he's a boy of blue as well. I mean, what more can you ask for? And then finally, Joško Vardiol. We get a clean sheet. Him and Kusanov together might just form a good partnership. I was impressed today. And we have to celebrate that Joško Vardiol performance, leading from the back alongside Kusanov. So for analysis of that game, the game was really good. Performances were really good. I mean, look at the ratings I've given the players here. 83 for Haaland, 83 for Marmoush, off that right. Top performers Rangers with 91, fantastic through the midfield. Defence looking good as well. Matheus Nunes getting 89 rated. He has been fantastic, Nunes, actually. And we're looking at a right back, aren't we, going into January, looking for a new right back, somebody who can play that position. And you know what? Maybe we don't need one because Nunes is doing a great job there. Kusanov can play there, although I do prefer him at centre back. I think he's not quite as exposed out there. And those ratings, of course, we need to take into account the Real Madrid ratings. That averages it out a little bit less on that right-hand side. You see the best 11. So the best 11 pretty much stays the same, apart from Matheus Nunes coming in at right back for Kusanov, 82 for him. You see a lot of the other players have dropped down. Nico didn't play that game against Liverpool, where that really brought the ratings down. The Real Madrid one was high for Nico and for everyone, but it was the Liverpool one that brought the ratings down, at 3-0 defeat. So that's why the players look so low compared to what we expect. So Nico stays in there at 90 because he didn't play against Liverpool or didn't start the game, which is lucky for him and his final rating. But the Finalysis looks pretty good, doesn't it? And you can download Finalysis from the Google Play Store and you can be part of Finalysis. That's the place to be. It's for over 18 people at the moment. It is for people that are really passionate about their club, and you can be a Manchester City fan and give your opinion on there by applying to join Finalysis. Well, final game of today's episode is Carabao Cup quarter-final time. A chance to get to a semi-final, two-legged semi-final in this competition. Liverpool have already been knocked out by Chelsea, Newcastle knocked out by Aston Villa, and Leeds United go into the semi-finals, knocking out Burnley 4-3 on penalties after a 1-1 draw after 90 minutes in extra time. We take on Brighton & Hove Albion, and let's hope we can do well. Top scorers in this competition, let's have a look. Joel Pirot for Leeds is top, and Marmoush has got 3 as well. He'll be starting up top today, I think, ahead of Erling Haaland. Well, a few key players are rested today for this quarter-finals. We look to reach the semis. In goal starts James Trafford. It's Stones, Diaz, Ake and Aït-Nouri City's back four. It's sort of a mix of the starters and the reserves. Niko Kovacic and captain Bernardo Silva in a very sort of defensive midfield three, you could say. Doku on the left, Savinho on the right, and Omar Marmoush starts through the middle. On the bench, we've got Haaland and Vardiol and Reinders. They're the 3 sort of big starters. Shirky is there, of course, with his quality. Bob and Lewis, you sort of players that are building up to be first-team players. And then one starts for the future, Mukasa Mfuni. They're on the bench as well. Should we be in the lead by heavily advantage, and a big heavy advantage, let's say, they will be involved. Well, City come today at the Etihad with a chance to get to a semi-final of this competition. Many years ago, City were the only ever winner of the Carabao Cup because since it got renamed to that, City won it every single time. Eventually that come to an end and we were knocked out of the competition at one point. I think it was to West Ham United on penalties and someone else went on and won it and City weren't that side anymore. But we're going to try and win it again this season. Player to watch is Omar Marmoush, 26 years of age, top goal scorer with 3 goals so far in 2 games this competition, and we're expecting goals from him again today playing through the middle. Let's see how they do line up the opposition in Brighton with Fabian Hürzeler's side looking to go far as well. Danny Welbeck captains the Brighton side today. They've gone with pretty much their first starting 11, I do believe. In there is the likes of Verbruggen and so on. So Verbruggen in goal, Van Hecke, Karioglu, Bashagli and De Kuiper the back four, Baleba Niari in midfield 2, and then it is Rutte, Minte and Watson, the only youngster really included, supporting Welbeck up top. They've got Weifer, Veltman, Christoulas, Smithsas on the bench as well. Lots of options. Lewis Dunk on the bench again. But other than Watson, I would say that's the Brighton starting 11. No Mitoma, maybe he's injured. High pressing from Aït-Nouri. Rutte around to Minte and City in trouble here. Minte. Ake misses the challenge. Minte wrong side of him. Very strong as well. Rutte. Welbeck it's into. Danny Welbeck. Trafford comes out. It's dinked over him. And it's behind for a goal kick from captain Danny Welbeck. Should have scored. Oh, it's not. It's a corner. Big save from Trafford it must have been. Minte. Diaz stays with him. Wait for the right moment to make the challenge. Diaz, which he does do. Rutte with a header. 1-0 Brighton on the counter. They've hit us again. You cannot play a high line with Ruben Diaz, can you? Because that's when you get killed like that. I've tried to not dive in for the challenge, but maybe I should have done. I'm not particularly happy with Ake's defending there either. Because he leaves Rutte to go towards Minte. And James Trafford can't keep it out. Maybe Donnarumma does. Firing to Doku and Baleba goes and takes it off him quite easily. Yakuba Minte, who is the danger man today. Ake goes and slams him. Well played, Ake. What a challenge by Ake that is. Moonbeam's enjoying that one. Oh, Aït-Nouri brilliant. Here's Doku and City can get going here. Doku. Baleba chasing Doku. Doku's strong. Back to Kovacic. Marmoush in the turn here. It's just past the post by Marmoush. Watson, so wasteful. And look at that ball through to Welbeck here. And we're opened up. And Ruta in behind to Minte. For 2. Off the bar and Ake away. And they should have scored there. Right towards Bernardo. Oh, it's poor again by City. Watson. Stones wins it back though. Brilliant from Stones. Savinho. Stones into the box. Marmoush is there. There we go, 1-1. You give Omar Marmoush a chance and he will take it. And he does take it 1-1. Celebration with Moonbeam. 4 goals in 3 appearances in this competition for Marmoush, who's finding his feet there a little bit. And that injury sort of slowed him down in the season. John Stones has been fantastic. And that by Stones there. Winning the ball back on that right side time and time again. Wins it back. Sends it across the box. And there's Marmoush at the near post. Slams it in. We're level at 1-1. We'll be a bit more conservative in our play now and not try and force it forward so much. Doku. Back through to Kovacic. Good play. Across the box. Marmoush is waiting. It might fall to Bernardo Silva. Calmly back to Verbruggen and they play away. Brighton are brilliant. They really are playing out from the back. It's his first pass and he's a ping into Savinho. Over top towards Bernardo Silva. Back onto Savinho. We're into the box here towards Doku. It's a shocking cross by Savinho. Ball in cleared away by Ake. Doku, it's found. Full-time whistle goes. Is it extra time? Is it straight to penalties? Do we get our subs on for the penalties that we've just tried to make with Haaland coming on? We'll have to see. Well, it is straight to penalties and they don't let us have our substitution. So no Erling Haaland on, which is frustration. Really frustrating. We go with what we've got. First penalty to be taken by Bernardo Silva. Bottom left-hand corner, Bernardo Silva sends Bart Verbruggen the wrong way, 1-0. De Kuyper versus Trafford. Come on, James Trafford. We've never saved a penalty on this game until now. De Kuyper! Trafford goes the right way, can't keep it out. Ryan Shirky. Top right-hand corner save by Verbruggen. Captain Welbeck for Brighton. Sends Trafford the wrong way, scores. 2 on Brighton. Joshko Vardiol. Save by Verbruggen. Trafford against Ruta. Over the bar by Jorginho Ruta. A lifeline. Savinho. Not saved by Verbruggen. Minte needs to miss. We need to save this. Down the middle scores Yakuba Minte. Pressure on Marmoush. He has to score this one. Rifles it into the top right-hand corner, Omar Marmoush. And pressure on the Brighton player. If Van Hecke scores this, they go to the semi-final and City are out. Van Hecke. Over the bar by Van Hecke. Nico Gonzalez to Manchester City. Dispatches it past Verbruggen. It's down to Max Pfeiffer. James Trafford. He says he's got this, Trafford. Pfeiffer! Oh, Trafford can't go. I can't save him. Doku. In by Jeremy Doku. Come on. Kadioglu against Trafford. Trafford! Oh, Kadioglu over the bar. Well, he celebrates like a hero, James Trafford, but he hasn't saved a single one. They missed them. They put them over the bar. City are going to a Carabao Cup semi-final, and you can see what the players mean to them. To do that at the last stage of the game is a big boost for this Manchester City side. That ends the episode. Please like the video if you're not already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Enjoy Kadioglu's smash over the bar. And we'll see you guys next time.